Welcome back to Surviving and Thriving, where we share with you the things that we have learned as we have transitioned our family from struggling to survive disease to thriving right smack dab in the midst of it, in the hopes that something that we share will enlighten you and encourage you and help you as you transition your family from struggling to survive disease to thriving right smack dab in the midst of it. We know this, that this walk, it's hills and valleys, it's ups and it's downs. And a lot of times when we're fighting in this fight against sickness and disease, a lot of times some of the battles that we fight, we find ourselves having to fight them repeatedly. Sometimes, you might have to fight a battle twice. Sometimes we have to fight battles 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times to win this war against disease, to overcome, to conquer it, and to find that we have not just life, but life more abundantly, a great life. And so sometimes we have to go through things more than once. I have found myself having to fight and go through certain things within my body repeatedly. And some of the fights that I've had to go through, the ones that I'm thinking of in particular, were long. They were long battles, long seasons, long wars. And when I say they were long, I don't mean it was like, 3, 4 days long or, 5 days long. I mean like year and a half long. Battles of darkness, of suffering, of great warring to keep me here, and struggles. And there's particular things that I've had to go through multiple times, meaning more than 2 times, many times. And I want to talk to you guys about that. When you have to face a battle repeatedly, the same thing repeatedly, that can be very discouraging. Because you made it through the first time, yay, great victory. And when you made it through, it took a lot of discipline. It took a lot of believing. It took a lot of hard work you went through a lot of darkness, a lot of suffering, and you made it through, and you're really happy. And then boom, you're faced with this thing again. You got to go through this thing again, right? That's discouraging because you did all of that the first time, hoping to conquer that thing and to never have to go through it again. And sometimes the things come up, and it's not that it's something that you did, it's just part of the walk that you have to walk through with what you're facing with that particular disease. But there's some things that for some people that you can trigger it, you can cause it to happen. And if that's the case for you, stop doing what you did to keep going through it. Don't tear yourself down. Set yourself up to have good success. Don't set yourself up to have times of struggling. But so you go through all of that, and bang, bow, pow, here it is, you're going through it again. That could be discouraging. But somehow you find yourself able to pick yourself up and to go through it one more time and to still be disciplined, and then whew, you made it through a second time, whew, great relief. And then boom, here you go a third time, boom, here you go a fourth time. Pick your number, whichever one that you're at, that's the one we're talking about, right? And it gets harder. It gets harder to have the belief, to have the faith, to have the hope. It gets harder to have the discipline and the willpower to do what it is that you need to do. That's what we're going to talk about today. Do I have the answers for how to stop those things from reoccurring in your life? No, I don't. I wish I did, because I would stop some of the things I've had to go through from reoccurring in my life. But what I do know is that sometimes when you lose the will to keep being disciplined and to do the things you need to do, the truth of the matter is, the reason why you lose the will is because you're without hope. Because you feel like you did so much to make it through the first time. And then here you go again, and you thought the first time you made it through, you had that thing under wraps. You weren't going to go through it again. And then you went through it a second time. And then you did it again, and you thought, okay, I'll never go through that again. And you went through it a third time. And that's so discouraging. And especially because, like here in America, we're very goal oriented. And so you were able to be disciplined and do the things that you needed to do because you were reaching a goal and you reached it. But then you find out you keep going through it. So it's like you never really accomplished that what you were trying to accomplish. You were trying to accomplish it and get it out your life, not accomplish it and then have to keep re-accomplishing it. And it's discouraging, you know, and you lose hope. And that's why you lack the will. Where one day you know, it used to be where you had the strength to eat how you were supposed to eat, do the exercises you were supposed to do, take the things that you were supposed to take, and then you find yourself in a season where, you know, you don't want to take them pills, you don't want to take them herbs, you don't want to take them prescriptions, you don't want to get up and exercise, you don't want to fight. Because why? The truth of the matter is you lost hope. One thing I do know, y'all, is that if you have no hope, the opposite of hope is hopelessness. And where there is hopelessness, there's despair, there's destruction, and there's ultimately death. It's a downward spiral. And that if we're going to make it through this, we have to have hope. I've found that if you have hope in the tangible, it will fail you at some point in time and you'll run out of hope. But you have to have hope in the intangible. You have to have hope in something that is greater than you. And the greater than me is a who. I have faith and I have hope and I believe in the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And sometimes when you have hope, well, definitely when you have hope and you have faith and you have belief in something greater than you, it can pull you through and it can hold on to you when you can't hold on to yourself. But if you don't have hope and you don't have the ability to put one foot in front of the other and keep striving, you guys, you're going to check out of here real early. Don't check out of here quicker than you need to check out of here. Stay here and live as long of a life as you possibly can and make it a good one while you're at it. So keep hope. And sometimes I want to tell you, I know this for a fact because I've experienced it many times, but sometimes it's hard to believe and to have hope and to see light and to keep putting one foot in front of the other. And when it's like that, you just give it all you got and you keep believing and you keep trying. And so there were times where I was disciplined 7 days a week. I found that there were times where I might have only been disciplined 4 days a week because it was a lot harder to do the things that I needed to do because I didn't know if it was going to work for me, if it was going to give me that which I was looking for to be completely done, to totally eradicate that disease out of my life. But I would rather you have hope 4 days a week, discipline 4 days a week, than no days a week. Because no days a week is going to take you down a spiral so fast and so quick, and you're going to check out of here much faster than you wanted to. But 4 days a week is better than no days a week. But the goal is, y'all, keep putting one foot in front of the other the best you can at every given moment. Don't look at everything in the whole. Look at it as a decision you're making at that moment in that time. You know? So, should I get up? I don't feel like getting up, but I'm going to get up right now. Not, am I going to get up all day? I'm just going to do that right now. And as each decision come your way, make a decision, a right decision at each time. You know, them Cheetos look good. Should I eat them Cheetos? I know they're not good for me. I'll eat one Cheeto versus eating a whole bag of Cheetos. Or I just won't eat any. Be as disciplined as you can in every single moment that you can. And keep your hope. And then when you find that you fall back, wake up the next morning, shake the old day off. Hey, it's a new day. Start again. You get new hope. You get new chances. You get new grace every single day. Take advantage of it. I want to encourage you all and let you know that if you're fighting stuff repeatedly, y'all, you still can make it through. I done fought some battles repeatedly, y'all, but I made it through. And I'm no better than you. I'm no better than you. You can do it. You can make it. Keep fight in you. Don't let it go. And I want you to know that. Sometimes in those, when you're refighting those fights and you're down and you're depressed about it, sometimes you're going to quit and you feel like it's not worth it. But when you make it through and you're watching your kids play, or you're having a moment that's special between you and your spouse, you're going to look and say, you know what, I'm so glad I made it through. Because if I didn't, I wouldn't have had this moment. I experienced that a lot. Y'all, everybody's not gonna make it through this, but you know what? You can. Keep on, y'all. Don't give up. I hope something in this was able to help you. I appreciate the fact that you take time out of your life to tune in, because I know you got a lot going on. And I hope that it's a blessing to you and that it's helping you. As always, thank you for watching. Please tune in next week. Subscribe so you can get the videos as they come out first every week. And I'll see you next week. Thank you. Bye.